I I don't know where to begin. Um, so I've had a crap morning as it is, and like a lot of Chelsea fans, we've already had a crap season. I think this just really tops it off. Um, I'm going to explain to you why this is one of the worst decisions Chelsea have ever made. Without going on a rant, but I think it's going to be very difficult. I'm someone who tries not to rant because I don't think it's an acceptable thing to do. I think I lose logic when I start doing that. But it's very hard for me to keep cool at this time because I want to ask the Chelsea board simply, why is this a good decision? Why do you think sacking the best manager this club has ever had is a good idea? Why is it a good idea? How is it going to improve us as a club? How is it going to better the future of Chelsea Football Club by sacking the best manager currently in the Premier League? I don't care what's happened for the past 5 months. He's still by a country mile the best manager in this league, in this country. No one matches up to Jose for what he can do at his best. So 5 months shouldn't change that. There are so many managers who get away scot-free, but Jose Mourinho has, sure, bad months, the worst stage in his career, the worst period of time in his career, but you don't trust the man to sort it out. You don't trust the man with all he's done, with everything within the game that he's done as a manager. The list just goes on and on. There, for me, in the past decade, with the time Jose has been a manager, I know before that, but if you talk about within the big club where he really came into the mainstream of management and people knew who he was, for me, there are only two other managers who match up to what Jose has done. Alex Ferguson and Pep Guardiola, in my opinion. The only two managers who can claim to be at Jose's level or are in that elite bracket of managers. And if anyone tries to come to me and tell me that there are other managers or somehow Jose doesn't belong in that category, for me, you're wrong. And there is no manager for me, as I say, other than them two, one's not coming to Chelsea and the other's retired, that can replace Jose. Carlo Ancelotti's the closest for me. But why would Carlo Ancelotti... Let's talk about this, right? Why would Carlo Ancelotti, for me, the only replacement that would satisfy me in a way, want to come back to Chelsea Football Club? He wasn't even given the courtesy by our board to get home and be told man to man that he wasn't going to be able to be Chelsea's manager anymore. He was told on the phone in the tunnel at Goodison Park. So that's the way our club runs sometimes. Now I'm not going to sit here and say, I want my Chelsea back, and I don't, because there were certain people thinking, oh, you don't appreciate what Roman Abramovich has done. Roman Abramovich has changed Chelsea Football Club in so many ways. He has taken us to a level that most Chelsea fans thought was never capable of, and I've been privileged because of my age to experience all of that. But that doesn't mean that the board can't be criticised and they can't change their methods, because this is just the we've gone back in time. This feels so much like 2012 all over again. Roberto Di Matteo. We're going backwards. We're not going forwards as a club, because now what's going to happen on Saturday at the Sunderland game, which, to be honest, I can't be asked to go to because I just know exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be fans versus the board. It's going to be booing. It's going to be Jose Mourinho chants all day. How is that supposed to help our club? How is that supposed to set a positive image about our club and our fan base who have stuck so loyal to Jose Mourinho over these past months? As a club, we've stuck loyal to him. We've stuck loyal to the players, who for me are the biggest disgrace of all of this, because they're the ones who I look at on that pitch. Jose said it on Monday night. And once again, Jose, I will continue to say this. It's not like he has nothing to be blamed for. He has many things to be blamed for. But you cannot tell me with some serious logic that Jose Mourinho, after everything he's done for Chelsea Football Club, after everything he's done in management, deserves to be sacked after 5 bad months. Those players, each and every one of them, who week in, week out have performed so poorly, should be sacked. They are just as accountable as Jose Mourinho. And everyone goes, well, it's the manager. Why is it that's the case? Why is it? when Diego Costa can't be asked to stay on side, he should be sacked because he's been doing it for the past 5 months. So he is as accountable as Jose Mourinho, because Jose Mourinho, as a manager, only can send out players to do a certain thing. If players like on Monday can't be asked to fulfill their job, what is Jose Mourinho supposed to be doing? He tries to back up his players as much as he can. And it just takes our club backwards. What's his name? Ramos, is that his name? I can't even say his name properly. Why does he deserve to? The reason he goes to place Tottenham, he deserves to be at a place like Tottenham, not a place like Chelsea. He doesn't belong at a club like Chelsea. You saw what he done at Tottenham, failed there. He shouldn't be at Chelsea. He's not at the level of Jose. It's absolutely hilarious to think in this. You can even mention those two managers in the same name, in the same sentence, in the same breath. Because you shouldn't, because they're not even at the same stratosphere of management. And yeah, sorry, my camera ran out of space, so I had to cut it off. But I don't know where we go from here as a club. Apparently, Gus Hiddink has been touted as one of the names that could come forward. Him and maybe Ancelotti. I do respect what Hiddink done. But the thing is with these interim managers, that when people kind of bring them up, and I'll use Benitez as a prime example of this. The reason why on occasions like that, where we would have a crap start to the season and the manager would get sacked, I think the reason we would end up winning something is not just simply down to the manager. It's because you had players like Frank Lampard, John Terry, Didier Drogba, Petr Cech, Ashley Cole, players who understood what it was like to play for Chelsea. Those were the ones who would push us through the bad times. And I'm sorry, the players currently, I don't think have it within them. They have not proved to me that they have it within them to have the capability with whoever walks in that door to try. And it will disgust me on Saturday if they decide to turn up. It will disgust me, because as much as I want Chelsea to turn up and win on Saturday, it would just show me the lack of respect that they had for Jose Mourinho, a manager who has done like so much for them, has given them some of the best days in their career in the past year. And that's the thing. And you got to ask questions of people within that board as well, who I don't understand if they think that this is a good move for Chelsea. Because let's put the horrifying truth of all of this. Jose Mourinho is never coming back to Chelsea again. And that is the most painful thing for every Chelsea fan, I think. To know that he, the greatest manager within our history, one of the greatest managers to ever grace this game, is never going to be at our club again. And I don't know how I'm supposed to go on Saturday. I think it's painful enough knowing that seeing Chelsea this season on days like Monday. But to be there on Saturday and know that Jose isn't in that dugout anymore is even more painful.